It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Beats and the Broncos, and it's coming up next.
We find ourselves in the field of Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Brooklyn Beats and the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Barner. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Barner. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now a run for Barner. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 65 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982. And that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were 982 and counting.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22.
They'll run. It's Barner. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Webster. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run it now with Barner. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Second and 4. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 51 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
You could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
From the 6.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense will throw around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Webster. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw. 3rd down, sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line. So it'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense back to work now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. Back to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin out west at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest to check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Mac Jones, over 300 yards passing in the victory with a couple of touchdown passes as well. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On second down, they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra deep. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On second down, they'll run it here. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Beats take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 23 yards, the final tally.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Second and 11. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and
goal. They'll set up a throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On second down, they'll run it here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Beats have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's a give up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Beats are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, To me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Results, 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And now look at him go. 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
They'll try and throw for it. He'll buy some time. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Cochran. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big 2nd half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the 2nd half, and that led them to victory.
So for Brooklyn, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.